Thanks. Well, if you are waking up tired this morning, what time did you go to bed last night? How much sleep did you get? That's probably the more important question. If you regularly get less than 7 hours, then you may be sleep deprived. That's based on the CDC standards. And it's not uncommon for most Americans to get less than that. This morning, we're talking to sleep specialist and author Dr. Chris Winter about how to achieve the most Oz out of our Z's. Chris, thanks so much for being with us. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
All right, we talk all the time about how important it is to get the most sleep, to get the 7 hours that we've been hearing. Talk about some of the issues that people can encounter if they're not getting that much sleep for their bodies.
You know, I think we talk a lot about health consequences, and there are numerous health consequences when you don't get the sleep that you need, both short-term, long-term, cardiovascular, cognitive. Just the way we feel in general is dramatically affected by sleep, but also performance. You know, I used to work with the Hartford Wolfpack, and making sure that if you want to perform at your best, whether you're a hockey player, whatever you do, quality sleep is central to that process.
And what should we need to keep in mind when we're talking about getting ready for bed? We've heard it time after time, put the devices away. What else should we be keeping in mind?
Yeah, I think it's about really establishing a ritual and making sure that you're prioritizing sleep. I mean, it's very easy, even for me, for an evening to get away. There's so much good TV and things to do that it's very easy to read one more email, watch one more episode of the show that you're watching. And so really making sure that you're prioritizing sleep and not letting that time that you need to rest your body get away from you is extremely important. And making sure that the place where you go to sleep is quiet, it's cool, it's comfortable, it's not cluttered. It's a place that really invites rest and regeneration.
Yeah, so many things are vying for our attention these days. It's so easy to say, I'm just going to check my email one more time. It really takes some dedication to just put it away. Now,
Absolutely.
You recently were on the podcast Chasing Sleep, and that talks about the sleeping schedules of people in unique situations. Hi, morning show. We certainly have a unique situation here. Share some more tips about people who have those unique sleeping environments and situations on how we can get the best possible sleep.
Yeah, what's great about Chasing Sleep, which is an 8-episode podcast that's available wherever you get your podcast, is that it goes sort of a step beyond the typical sleep education, some doctors, specialists like me talking, and really takes a sort of reverse angle and looks at the more personal story behind the sleep. And to your point, Diane Macedo has a great episode. It's called News Has to Sleep Too, where she's interviewed and really talks about the struggles to be a professional when your job timing is so different than what your body is used to in terms of its sleep. So I hope the podcast will be a great way for people to sort of hear their own stories reflected in the voices of others and maybe find some information that can be helpful in transforming their own sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on my list to check out for sure. I need to hear that. Before we go, real quick, just let us know how and why our sleep habits need to change over time for the long term.
Yeah, so it's really interesting when you look at a young person, a child, a baby, and as they move towards their senior citizens years, so many things about their sleep change. The amount of sleep we get tends to be somewhat diminished. The quality of it changes. Even the timing of it. Kids love to stay up late and get up late, which kind of puts them at odds with school start times. But as you get older, you tend to want to go to bed early and get up bright and early. So there's so many aspects of our sleep that change. Understanding our sleep and figuring out what's natural and what's not natural, what's abnormal, is extremely important for figuring out, are the changes that you're experiencing normal? Or are they something you should talk about with a professional?
All right, Dr. Winter, thanks so much. We do appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks so much.